Hey y'all, I hope you're doing well. Today we're unboxing a mystery package. Just kidding, we're actually opening a package that Arrtx kindly sent me to review, and it's 1 out of 3 actually, so stay tuned. So excited. So we got a 36 color skin tone set, a marker pad, along with a carrying bag, so cute, and a postcard, and then we got a manual that shows you everything in the package, and then some stickers, a swatch sheet, and some other goodies like these marker stands that came with little plastic dudes to prop them up, which I think is really cool. So I decided to organize these markers by their numbers just for funsies, as a little brain game, if you will. Yay, so entertaining. These markers are your classic alcohol marker design. They got the dual tip, as you know, with the brush side on one side and the chisel tip on the other. And I'm so sorry guys, I'm a little sick, so my voice sounds real raspy. I sound like a smoker. I swear I am a good child of God. Anyway, here's how the marker stand works if you choose to prop them up. I personally didn't have enough desk space for this, but it's a nice little display if you choose to do so. And after swatching these markers, as you can see I'm doing right now, I think they're really good for the price point, especially when you compare them to other Copics more expensive brands. And they get the job done, and there's a pretty good array of tones and undertones in this set. I honestly thought by looking at the packaging of these markers alone that the darkest colors wouldn't be dark enough, but I was pleasantly surprised that we got a few at least. I also compared them to my Copic markers just to show y'all. So this morning I went down to the mailroom to pick up a package, and I thought it was just something I bought on Amazon, but it's actually the second part of the markers that I was sent. This is the collaboration with Alba BG. I've been following Alba BG for a little while on Instagram and YouTube, and I really love their work, so I was really excited when I was offered the opportunity to be sent these markers. Oh my god, and the packaging is so cute too. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my goodness. These colors are so cute. Look, that is so freaking adorable. I love that they do this. This one also came with a little swatch sheet. So this is the Alba BG set. It's definitely got a lot more bright oranges and yellows, which is always nice to have. The box for these can also be propped up, and it's biodegradable packaging, which is awesome. We love to see it. Also, the design is just giving. I love it so much. For our third and final package, I received the darker skin tone set, which I was super excited about because I am a sucker for like dark purples and browns and really any type of jewel tones. I would love to live in a world that is like all earthy jewel tones. This package came with pretty much the same stuff as the Alba BG set, except they do have a smaller and more pointy solid tip instead of the brush tip, which is actually really helpful. I didn't think I would like it, but it's really helpful for me because I like filling in my darker areas with dark browns and purples, and this will really help me get those exact, precise shapes. And yeah, here we are swatching it, as one does. I really, really like shade 374. It's a nice little green. I love green. I love all colors actually, like what am I saying? But like, you know, especially those earthy tones, they bring me so much serotonin, like for real, I'm not even joking. Now for the marker paper. Not much to say, no complaints. It's your standard marker paper. She gets the job done. She's beautiful, she's sexy, she's smooth. And I used my silly little pencil to make my silly little sketch of Andre 3000, the guy from Outcast for you uncultured viewers. And this is actually a commission for my good friend Lucy's mom's birthday, so I really hope she likes it. And I had an idea of making the gun smoke kind of fade into this flowing pattern in the background, so that is my cool artistic vision. And yeah, I kind of messed with the colors in Procreate for the reference picture. I definitely bloomed it in the settings to make the highlights more glowy and ethereal. And yeah, I just went in with my darkest shadows first with those markers from the dark skin tone set, as you can see. I'm using that like thin tip to get those precise shadows, starting with like the glasses, the shadow under the hat, the nostrils. I don't know why I'm like narrating everything. You can literally see what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm just going in with the darkest areas first to kind of fill it in, and definitely like going in with the darkest areas makes a piece less scary, less intimidating, because then you have like some solid stuff going on and you can just add off of that. So
Yeah, pro tip, just start with your darkest areas first, and that really gets the fear and anxiety away if you have any in the beginning of a piece, because I know sometimes I do, like, especially if the paper isn't toned first and it's just pure white, that is a little scary. Well, not scary, but like, is intimidating the right word? I'm not sure, but you know, it just makes things a little easier in your thought process art-wise. I don't know what I'm saying. Also, by the way, I'm doing this voiceover in my dorm, so if you hear any background noises, that's just Georgia State Core. Anyway, I'm kind of building up the colors now, using markers from the other sets to get that nice blended effect with the brush tips. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory. These markers are like really good quality, to be honest, like especially for the price point. I know I already said that, but sometimes it's hard to find a good quality alcohol marker that doesn't leave you in financial turmoil for the next 3 to 5 business days. And yeah, there are a lot of different colors in this picture, so I really made sure to capture all of them. And yeah, just building up slowly, like, yeah, pretty valid if I do say so myself. Look at her go. You'll notice that my marker process is more on the sketchy side because, as some of y'all know, I use alcohol markers for my sort of base layer before going over it with colored pencils. This way I can fill in the pores of the paper without having to use colored pencils for like everything. It definitely saves me some time to use this process for my illustrations, so I'm so glad I found this method. I don't know exactly where, but I know a few artists out there do this too. I definitely found it like on YouTube, or one of my art mutuals was doing this and I was like, hey, I should do that. You gave me an idea. So I did, and I do. I still do it all the time, and it's very helpful. I'd recommend doing it if you guys are struggling with any kind of colored pencil work or anything like that, because this definitely saves a lot of time and energy. I will also point out that the 36 color skin tone set came with 2 different blenders, so that's always nice to have. It works like a normal blender, works like a blender should, so you know, that's a good thing. I was gonna do Inktober this year or something like it. Probably would have done Magtober if anything, from Mags Monroe on Instagram, but at the time I'm recording this, it is October 18th, which is way too far in, and honestly, I want to do the prompts, but like when I have more free time, which won't be anytime soon and definitely not this month, but it would still be fun, just as a personal thing. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what Inktober things y'all are doing this year and what your Halloween costumes are. I'm very interested, so invested in Halloween stuff. I've decorated my dorm, got all our Halloween decorations by myself. I'm gonna dress up as a character from Love, Death, and Robots, that episode titled The Witness. It's on Netflix, go watch it. I could talk about that episode for so long, like it's just so beautifully animated and some parts look so realistic. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they had just taken actual clips of live action people and edited them in for some parts. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm also going to a Halloween party this year, and I didn't really start going to actual like parties until college. I mean, I feel like that's usually how it is for most people, but yeah, I'm so excited, especially since this one is going to be like an actual Halloween party. I've never been to a really good Halloween party before, so that's gonna be so lit, crazy movie. And I'm also seeing Rocky Horror again at midnight with my friends, like on Halloween at midnight, like when it okay, sorry. The midnight when it's like the 31st, so like on Halloween. Yeah, so that's cool. And I'm so excited for concerts to happen again, or just like any large events in general. I just went to see George Clanton a couple nights ago, and I had been waiting to see him since like 2 years ago before COVID, so that was really cool. I'm gonna see Eve Toomer on Sunday night, so excited. And yeah, I did have to skip my art class for the last concert I went to, and I had to miss the critique, but yeah, I have been waiting so long for this concert, so I just had to go. Nothing can get in my way. And I made some friends who traveled all the way from Alabama to Atlanta to see this dude, which is like dedication. And like, I don't know, I just walked to the venue from my dorm, like that's how close it was to me. Also, I accidentally snuck in through the back entrance because I walked, so I ended up right outside the doors of the venue while other people had to go through the metal detector, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be where I am. But it was so weird because there was security at the entrance that I came through, and they just didn't say anything, so I assumed I was there legally, and then I started seeing people like go through the metal detectors. I was like, wait, I didn't have to do that. Anyway, the concert was really good. it, like, the bass was so good. I was right at the front, and, like, he was, like, in the crowd moshing with us, and that was really fun. But, like, I wish there were more women and people of color, because it was a lot of white dudes. But also, I can't really imagine his fan base being any other way, which is kind of sad. But, yeah, it was so weird because, like, one guy there kept, like, not grinding on me, but just rubbing his entire sweaty body on me. Like, there was more than enough space, and I had to, like, shove him off of me. I've never been harassed to the extent where I have to shove anyone off of me before, so I guess it's just my rite of passage as a feminine person at this point, because I feel like I've heard too many stories that are similar to the thing that I just experienced. Anyway, shifting gears to less heavy subjects, things are looking up creatively. I just declared my major as studio art the other day with my advisor, so I'm not undecided anymore for those who were curious. I'm really into my sculpture class at the moment, which I didn't expect, and my teacher has been absolutely boosting my ego. She's called my sculpture art intuitive, which has never really happened before. Usually my drawings for YouTube and Instagram, and even my like AP art drawings, were very like surface level, based off of reference pictures, not really much thought put into it besides the technical part. But now I feel completely different about like sculptures. Like, I don't feel the same way that I feel about illustration. I just kind of do what feels right because I don't want to make anything that's super realistic, and it feels really good to like make something that's more conceptual than technical. So far we're on our third project. The first one was a geometric kind of paper sculpture. The second was made out of wooden skewers. I really liked that one. And for the third we're using thermoplastics, which is like this really cool material that you can bend with heat and make cool shapes out of. Besides my art classes, I do think college is really subconsciously draining though. Like, I don't usually think that it is until I just find myself staring at the wall and spacing out, and this is like normal for me. I do this all the time. I've done this my whole life, but it's been happening way more than usual where I just space out for like 5 to 10 minutes and have my brain just like shut down completely. Like, I'll space out and then I'll like snap out of it and I'm like, was I even thinking thoughts? Like, I don't recall what I was thinking. So that's interesting, but I feel like stuff like that is normal when you're going through such a big change in your life, so I'm not really trying to question it that much. But yeah, that's been happening. Like, my brain is just under pressure, which is normal. Like, I just need to do more meditative things because I think the only calming activity that I really do nowadays is art, like recreational art, not art for my art classes. And then like sometimes I write out my I have to go get my laundry, guys. BRB. Okay, I'm back. 8 hours may or may not have passed. I had to do my laundry not once, but twice. I love the dryers here. But yeah, I've been meaning to do more meditative stuff, maybe some more yoga. It's really hard to find energy to do yoga though when I'm living in a room that's like half the size of my old room with very little floor space. And also, since I live in a dorm where people can see into my window if the curtains are open, I feel like people are always watching me. Like, I'm enjoying the sunlight, but at what cost? Also, you guys might be able to hear the really loud fucking cars that are always being loud for no reason. It's really, really enjoyable. Oh yeah, let me talk about the piece a little bit more. So I really amped up the colors in the reference picture by adjusting the curves in Procreate, as well as like different other effects like blooms, so I made it really glowy, and I tried to replicate that the best I could. I think it works pretty well. Also, as you can see, the background, I'm using the darkest color that I was sent from Arrtx, so that's what it looks like. It was really saturated, really satisfied with it, and then I just went over the background with a little bit more like dark blue and purple and brown to really like blend it out and make it look not as markery. And I added white around the edges of the white parts in the drawing to kind of like make it look glowy like it did in the picture. So yeah, basically Andre 3000 is like really fucking angelic, and that's what this piece is illustrating. Just like, yup, that's literally it. Now I'm just finishing up those details, making sure everything is super blended, and finishing up the background. If you guys want to check out any of the products that Arrtx sent me for this video, feel free to check out the description. I will link everything that they sent me. And yeah, these markers were a pleasant surprise. First of all, I did not think they were going to send me this many, so I am decked out on markers now. But yeah, they're really good quality. They're way better than I expected, to be honest. So yeah, go check them out. Link in the description. Thank you, Arrtx, for sending me these freaking markers. Like, they're so cool. And yeah, now I'm going in the background with my Sharpie oil-based paint marker because I love them so much. Oh my goodness. And I really liked how it actually faded as it dried, because then I could go over it and add a little gradient to it, and I think that was a nice little effect. Yeah, so that's pretty much this drawing. We're coming to a wrap, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading for a while. It's been a hectic couple months, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe learned something. I don't know, maybe you were just entertained. That's all I want. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and for following my content. You're awesome. I love you so much. Here's today's artist shout out. Go follow them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibes, and I will see you next time. Bye.